Hi, I'm Patrick. One of the most common questions I get is about two poses which on paper look pretty similar, Cobra and Upward Facing Dog. What's the deal with these poses? Are they basically the same pose or are they totally different? Well, today we're going to try to answer this question. To help me, I got Kumiko, one of our teachers, out on the veranda on a nice day. If you think about a cobra and a dog, there really couldn't be any two different animals. They move in totally different ways, have a totally different structure for their body, and you'll find that the poses are equally as different. But if you want a quick answer to your question, the difference between Cobra and Upward Dog is the hands. You can see on the right here, Kumiko is doing Upward Dog. In Upward Dog, the hands are always just below the shoulders. In Cobra on the left, the hands are always in front of the body. So if you want a 10-second answer, the difference between the poses is the placement of the hands. But that's not satisfying to anybody, so we'll take it a little deeper now. The real difference between these poses is that they use different kinds of energy to different effects. So let's look at Cobra. In Cobra, the power isn't only in the hands, you're also pushing strongly down with the pelvis, right here. So in effect, you have 2 points of power, one pushing down and one pushing up, and you're going to feel the stretch where those 2 points meet, which is your lower back. If you need an image to understand this power, think about opening a crate with a crowbar or something. One point of the bar is grounded into the crate, and the other is lifting up. And it's the interplay between these two energies that give you your effect. Cobra is the same thing, essentially. Now where I think people get confused is that as the spine opens up and becomes limber, students will begin to straighten the arms to give more power to the pose so that they can feel the same effect. This makes the pose look a little bit like Upward Dog because the arms are straight. But don't be fooled. The force of the pose is still coming from that downward push of the pelvis and the up and back push of the arms. Some people become so flexible that even with totally straight arms, they're still not getting a really good stretch in their lumbar. You might see them adding a little more action to the pose by raising the legs to the back of the head in King Cobra. This looks really fancy, but the physics are all the same. The pelvis and the arms working in opposite directions to stretch the lower back. So that's Cobra. Let's take a look at Upward Dog now. In Up Dog, the hands are below the shoulders, and you'll see this has a really dramatic effect on the type of energy of the pose. Cobra Pose was all about pushing up and back. Upward Dog is all about lifting. A good image for this pose is something like the Golden Gate Bridge. On the bridge, all the strength is found in the towers. The cables that connect the towers are just falling with the line of gravity. So in a sense, Upward Dog is much more graceful and architectural than Cobra, which relied more on raw power. In Up Dog, all the strength is found in the upper back and the tops of the shoulders. The rest of the body, the spine, the buttocks, and the legs, are allowed to fluidly drape down towards the mat, just using gravity. You would never build a bridge with lazy, floppy towers, and in the same way, you don't want your Up Dog to have weak arms. You really want to lift, open the chest, expand the back, make it as tall and as proud as possible. But that's not the end of the story. In addition to lifting strongly out of the body, you want to move the chest through the arms as if your back was a sail and the wind had really caught the sail and opened it up. To get a feeling for this, have a friend or a teacher place their knee in the middle of your back and at the same time pull back with their hands. This is the kind of feeling you should recreate with your own power as you do Upward Dog. It's where the meaning of the pose really starts to become apparent. Okay, so what is the difference between Cobra and Upward Facing Dog? Cobra, by having the hands placed in front of the body and the hips strongly grounded into the mat, allows you to push up and back into the pose, stretching the lower spine and revitalizing the lower organs like the stomach and intestines. Upward Dog, by having the hands below the shoulders, allows you to lift up and out of the body. At the same time, you're going to open and expand the chest, stretching the upper back and rejuvenating the higher organs of the heart and the lung. So that's it. Good luck!